Next, I'd like to invite Liz Baldwin. She's the General Manager of Digital from Network 10 up to the stage. She's going to talk to you all around how Network 10 is going to use Connected TVs to revolutionise television advertising. Here you go.
Sorry, let me just get my clicker going. There we go. Hi, I'm Liz Baldwin. I'm the General Manager of Digital at Network 10. I look after our digital properties, our ad-supported free entertainment platform 10 Play, our subscription service in conjunction with Viacom, CBS, 10 All Access, our news and entertainment platform 10 Daily, and our voice and podcasting division 10 Speaks. But the future of TV advertising is what I'm here to talk to you about today, and it's exciting, and we think at 10 it's really exciting because there's no other medium like it. So 10, through our investments in data and digital technology, will be uniquely positioned to connect advertisers with the highly valuable and apparently quite classy under 50s audience in new and very innovative ways. So let me tell you how we intend to do this. It's data and technology that we're bringing together to allow you to connect with your audiences in ways that you never have before on a connected TV screen. And this is kind of a really interesting part. What I'm going to show you today is capabilities that we will have on things like Roku and connected TV platforms. This is not a web-based offering, this is in-app. So first of all, let me start with data. You've heard us talk about our data strategy before, so I'll just recap on it for people who haven't seen it previously. We're really committed to our data strategy, and last year we relaunched the 10 Play website and we started member gating across web and mobile to drive our data collection. As part of this, we implemented Telium as our customer data platform, and that kind of underpins everything. People who work with the CDP know how incredibly important it is to your data strategy. It's where we collect, sort, organise and activate all of our first-party data. So we now have a clean data layer and we're rolling that out across everything. We work with Adobe Audience Manager as our DMP. We've got Amazon Web Services in there, and we have partners like Quantium and Greater Data. So we've got our data foundation right. But how does this translate into something that's more meaningful for advertisers? Well, we'd like to think about scalable data, and I'd like to thank my friends at the Lumery for letting me use their concept map. So traditionally, we think about TV sitting at the top right. Sorry, is that top right? Top left, sorry. High viewership, not necessarily needing deep audience profiling, and there's nothing better for branding and awareness. Everybody knows that TV does this really, really well, and we've seen that from the High Pages example and everything else throughout the morning. Most marketers think digital tends to sit at the bottom there, where you can do far more interesting things with highly targeted reach and a robust profile. And this is great for activation. So these have all got different roles. But by bringing together that sort of scale with the Connected TVs and our data solution, we can now start to push out into that other space where we get people-based audiences at scale. And if you think about the role of the marketing funnel, from branding all the way through to activation and awareness, TV and BVOD together can help deliver on all of your objectives through the funnel. So the next step for us is to start rolling this out everywhere. So data on its own is essential. It's not everything, but it is essential, but it's not enough. So we've spoken about data, so now let's talk tech. So we're investing really strongly in our connected TV ecosystem, and we think that we're completely transforming our capabilities in this space. Viewing of our content on connected TVs now makes up over half of all of our BVOD minutes. And people want a TV experience, and they don't actually care how this gets to their screen. But we do, and in order to meet the challenges of now, we need to do something really, really different. So for 10, this means that we're going to re-platform all of our connected TV apps. We want a unified app strategy. And this is no easy thing to do. The lounge room is incredibly fragmented, there's platform proliferation, and as media companies, we've been building bespoke, ground-up apps per device vertical, so an app for Telstra TV, an app for Samsung, Android, iOS, etc. That's a terrible approach. It's clunky, it's expensive, and it's incredibly slow to get anything done, let alone try and introduce widespread innovation. So at 10, we're changing that. We're rolling out our unified app strategy. So what does it mean? It means that we're building world-class applications on a single code base. A single code base that can be used across multiple platforms means we build once and we use everywhere. And it will give us efficiencies and velocities like we've never had before. We're no longer building multiple times to roll out on a bunch of different devices. We're unified, fast, and efficient. So this means that we can instead focus on the user experience and add innovation. So as announced at the end of 2019, we've selected our underlying technology to do this, and we're well down the path of building out our new app ecosystem, and we're super excited about what this opens up for us on Connected TVs. I'm going to show you a little demo of what it looks like, but before I do, what I'm about to show you is what we've got live on Roku, and for those who aren't technical in the room, Roku is probably the most technically constrained platform that you can work with. It's tricky. And I hope that plays. Nope. One more time. Oh, there we go. So it's visually very beautiful, it's varied. And we're no longer constrained by the limitations of these platforms. So for us, it means we can lead with high fidelity design and total creative control. And this is important, and I think it'll be a big differentiator for us. But it's not just about design, it's actually about the design workflow that comes with this. It's really disruptive because it allows for true user experience and innovation. It can help elevate brands to a new level, and with new design workflows that we'll be introducing, you wouldn't have been able to achieve this previously. It also means a better ad experience. We're focusing on building out some non-intrusive and interactive and engaging ad formats that enable relationships to be built between content and brands that haven't been done before, and hopefully in really memorable ways. So we've created some monetization solutions that I'm going to show you in a sec, that's about delivering a premium experience, because after all, TV is premium. It's premium, it's brand safe, it's viewable, it's all of those things that we love about TV. But we're going to move beyond pre and mid-rolls with what we'll be able to do, and I'll talk about that in just a sec. But our goal here is to transform the way brands connect with consumers through connected TVs. So we're trying to bring all of this together. So we've got the data piece right now, we've got the technology piece right now. So the next experience, and probably the most relevant one for everyone in this room, the icing on our tech cake, is the unique ad formats that we're going to offer through this new technology. And it's all about the design control that I spoke about before, and this will be pretty unique. I'll show you an example. This is a non-intrusive ad. It's a premium pause ad. We also have branded squeeze-back ads. And based on what we've seen in other markets, we think that this will have a really good user experience acceptance, and also the brand recall stats that we've seen off the back of this are pretty amazing as well. So a premium pause ad is just simply an ad that is initiated when people pause the content, and as I think it was Paul in a previous panel said his daughter's pausing all the time. We know that we have millions of pause events every month, so this will be a really nice, non-intrusive new ad experience. So you're watching content, you hit pause, and then you get the squeeze back. So it's not content over content, it's spacious, it's clean real estate for the advertiser, and also it's animated and design-led. So again, this is on the Roku on a connected TV device. I'll just do one more. Our beautiful Studio 10. And you can see that. So we're going to continue to focus on ad innovation and explore different ways to leverage the entire screen for appropriate brand engagement. So it can mean things like other non-intrusive ad formats, but it can also be things like dynamic creative to a location, a targeted audience segment, right down to the household. We can do this because we'll have login everywhere and a clean data layer, and now the tech to deliver on this. So it's very differentiated. We can do personalisation at scale for both user experience and advertising. We can start thinking about things like sequential messaging between a video and a pause ad. And because all of these things will be done out of our ad server with all the flighting, reporting and controls that that brings us, we can be quite sophisticated, and you guys can be really creative as well. So that's kind of us in a nutshell. Thank you for your time. But just to recap, our unique audience of classy under 50s that we know really well, we can help advertisers now have really intelligent conversations with them, as broad or as targeted as they wish, through TV and BVOD combined. And we've got our unique advertising solution on Connected TVs to help brands achieve their marketing goals. So I've got...